Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tom Reifert, and I am the President and CEO of the Hagerstown, Washington County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Our nonprofit organization has a sole purpose of attracting visitors to Hagerstown and Washington County. We welcome visitors here. We want them to come. We want them to spend money, and we want them to leave and take with them wonderful memories that they have here in Hagerstown and Washington County. And a memory that's coming up on April the 11th, right through April the 13th, is the Maryland International Film Festival, Hagerstown. Now, this is the second annual film festival that we've held here in Hagerstown, and it is a film festival that's growing and growing. We have a lot of folks to introduce and some more to hear about the film festival. What I'd like to welcome fellow members of the Board of Directors. I am the president of the Film Festival Board, and here with us is our Vice Chair, Vice President Tracy Hovey is right there. Give her a round of applause, Tracy. Also, from the city of Hagerstown, Karen Giffen is here. There she is, Karen. And the president of Bowman Hospitality is Francine Donachie. There's Francine. We have from the Greater Hagerstown Committee is Nicole Hauser is here from the board. And representing the Washington County Board of Education, Washington County Public Schools on the board is Rob Havermill. There is Rob right there. We have a very exciting film festival that starts with an opening event on Thursday, the 11th of April, with a VIP reception. That VIP reception takes place at the Washington County Arts Council, and then we'll go across the street traveling on the red carpet to the historic Maryland Theater, built in 1915. And the Maryland Theater, which seats over 1,300 people, we anticipate, is going to be packed on opening night because we have some special guests to introduce that evening. We have a couple of films that will be shown at the Maryland Theater, including the Hagerstown official premiere of Argo, a wonderful film, and it's all about a person who is a Washington County citizen. And we'll have a little bit more about that in just a moment. Afterwards, after those films take place, there's a question and answer period, and then a wonderful after party is taking place in downtown Hagerstown at 28 South, which is a new restaurant on South Potomac Street. Coincidentally, it's 28 South Potomac Street. And the co-owner of 28 South is here. Jay Zussman Sr. will give Jay a round of applause. His son is the chef, so it's a wonderful family effort at 28 South. Now, on Friday, there are two venues that are being packed with film productions. At the Bridge of Life Center on 28 South Street, on South Street, next to 28 South, is a whole high school program that starts in the morning. And I understand that school kids are being bussed in to take part in the film festival, watching several films, and we have 4 student films produced by Washington County students that have been entered in the film festival this year. In the afternoon, the film festival continues all the way up until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon at the Bridge of Life. Also, that afternoon at the Academy Theater, starting at 12 noon, there are several short films that are being shown. They start at 12 noon and continue on with a few breaks all the way up until about 5:30, 5:50 or so in the afternoon. Now, many of the filmmakers will be here in Washington County for the parts of the film festival that their films are being shown. On the evening of Friday, April the 12th, we are at the Academy Theater, which is right near City Hall here, just across of the center parking lot, and showing several films, including some films with local connections. And all of the filmmakers will be there, and we'll have a wonderful after party at Bulls and Bears, owned by Bowman Development, Bowman Hospitality. Bulls and Bears throwing a great after party with music, entertainment, and more at that place on South Potomac. Then on Saturday, at the Bridge of Life Center, it starts at 11 in the morning with several films running all the way up until about 4:30, 4:45 in the afternoon, and some great films, and I hope you get a chance to see some of those films. All of the films, of course, are listed on the Film Festival's website. In addition, on Saturday, we have films at the Academy Theater. Some of these are local films produced by people from our local area. And those films run all the way up until about 6 o'clock, starting at 11 in the morning, and we have several breaks. Then at 6:30, we start our evening films with a film that's called Titanic Love, and then at 6:52, following that short film, The Story of Luke with Seth Green is the main actor in that film. Then we have the awards ceremony, giving away all the huge trophies that we are presenting for the second annual film festival. And there's Best Documentary, Best Short Film, Best Feature Film, Best Animated Film, Best Student Film, and also a very special award that you'll hear about later. On Saturday night, the after party is at another downtown Hagerstown venue called the Gourmet Goat. And boy, are they going to be throwing a great party on Saturday night, and we're all looking forward to it. So that is the schedule of events for the film festival. And I'd like to mention that we have some great sponsors that are participating. I would like to mention them since I have the microphone right now, and then I'll introduce our mayor to continue. First of all, the sponsors for the film festival include Power Marketing, and Brian Fluck, the owner and president, is here. Let's give Brian Fluck a round of applause. Thank you, Brian. Former chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, Brian is here today. We have Kaplan University, the Maryland Theater, Bulls and Bears, Anderson Photographs, Thompson Gas, the City of Hagerstown, also the Washington County Arts Council, High Rock, the Bridge of Life Center, What's Next magazine, Volvo and Volvo Group Trucks, the Columbia Bank, Leitersburg Cinemas. In addition, we have Peter and Cynthia Perini as individual sponsors, Emmett and Mary Ann Burke, Mr. and Mrs. Paul Muldowney, the Hagerstown Suns, and the Hagerstown, Washington County Convention and Visitors Bureau are some of our many sponsors. Let's give the sponsors a round of applause, and thank you, sponsors, for being a part of it. And now, it's my pleasure to introduce the mayor of the great city of Hagerstown. Would you please welcome to the podium our mayor, Mayor David Geispertz. Mayor? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks, everybody, for being here. As mayor of Hagerstown, I'm very excited that the Maryland International Film Festival is in its second year, and the board of directors have selected, once again, City Center, Hagerstown, as its home. It is very exciting to have a film festival with over 50 films to be screened from 11 countries out of more than 200 films that have been entered. And I think that speaks volumes for the credibility and quality of this film festival as it continues to grow. More than 20 filmmakers are coming to Hagerstown to see their films be screened, and that's exciting for the fans and the films and the film production. We are glad that local businesses will benefit from this event, including the restaurants and the theaters. Hagerstown welcomes the approximately 5,000 film festival visitors that we expect to see during the course of this three-day event, and that's totaling all the film segments and their attendees. We're hoping that the Maryland Theater is at capacity on Thursday night for the opening, with the world-renowned Tony Mendez and his wife, Jonna, playing a significant role. We thank Tony and his wife, true American heroes, for agreeing to be a part of this Hagerstown and Washington County event. Thank you so much. We recognize that while Hollywood created an Academy Award-winning film in Argo, that it was the tenacity and the creativity of Tony Mendez that saved 6 American lives from great peril and imprisonment. Never before has there been such a significant American hero on the stage of the Maryland Theater. Antonio Mendez, born in Nevada, lived in Colorado, but served all over the world. And he is the recipient of the esteemed CIA Intelligence Star and the CIA Trailblazer Award. Tony Mendez has been named a top 50 CIA officer in his first 50 years of the organization. He has displayed extraordinary heroism in support and love of his country. As a CIA officer, he never sought fame, nor sought the limelight. And we appreciate that this Washington County citizen, who led the way to rescue 6 Americans hiding in Iran, along with many other brave actions that remain classified, has agreed to be part of this film festival in Hagerstown. While films are entertainment and films are artwork, we also recognize that films tell the story of mankind, the good and the bad. We are proud of the involvement of the city in Hagerstown in this film festival, and we expect it to grow and to become, hopefully, a leader in the film festival world. I urge everyone to get tickets now at the Maryland Theater box office for all the films that are being shown. Go to the after parties, meet the filmmakers, and have fun, all right here in Hagerstown's Arts and Entertainment District from April 11th through the 13th. I want to thank everyone who is serving on the board of directors, including former Mayor Brucci, who's here today. I'd like to recognize him. And all the other members of the board of the Maryland International Film Festival in Hagerstown, the volunteers, and of course, Mr. and Mrs. Mendez. This is just one other reason why Hagerstown is such a great place to live, work, and be entertained. Thank you so much again for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome to the microphone Mr. Tony Mendez and his wife, Jonna. Would you like to come up and say a few words here for this press event? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Tony Mendez.
Thank you, Tom. We'd like to thank the city of Hagerstown for having us here today.
We are thrilled to be here today.
We are thrilled to be here today, to be able to have the local community take a hard look at Tony's movie Argo, and then to have a chance maybe afterwards to have some questions and answers. There are always questions and answers, and I think it's our favorite part of presenting the movie. You want to talk just for a moment about how you feel about this movie?
Well, we have been all over the world, as Dave mentioned, and Tom. And it turns out that there's a film festival going on somewhere 52 weeks of the year. And some of them are pretty good locations, so let's hope that Hagerstown could get in there and mix it up with some of these locations. In the after parties, of course.
We got separated from each other in Hollywood at the last after party, the one after the Best Picture Oscar. And it took Glenn Close and Ben Affleck's wife, Jennifer Garner, to get us back together again in this sea of people. So we're hoping for better luck in Hagerstown. But if you see us wandering around, just help us find each other.
Yeah. We'll be leading the way in Hagerstown.
We're looking forward to
Congratulations.
to the opening, and congratulations to Hagerstown on this film festival. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony, and thank you, Jonna. We definitely appreciate your involvement. How convenient for us that your film won the Best Picture. Thank you for making it happen so that we could have Argo being screened in Hagerstown. Tony Mendez served in the CIA for 25 years, and his wife, Jonna, I think 27. And you were both masters of disguise. But you're also masters of telling a story. And with Tony, with your books, Master of Disguise, Spy Dust, and of course Argo that you co-wrote that became the basis for the screenplay, I believe. And Jonna, your work as a photographer and Tony's work as an oil painter make you true artists. We appreciate that you have your studio here in Washington County, down on Frog Eye Road. Now, if you haven't been to Frog Eye Road, you need to take a trip to Frog Eye Road, because a lot of people don't believe there is a Frog Eye Road in Hagerstown's Washington County, but it's down in the Pleasant Valley where life truly is pleasant. Tony wrote in his book, Master of Disguise, that driving home from the CIA in his Porsche, I believe, he frequently would fall asleep at the wheel and end up in farmers' fields in South County, Washington County. And it's lucky that he never wrapped himself around a tree, or else we wouldn't be able to have him as our guest at the film festival coming up starting April the 11th. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that the Mendezes would entertain questions from the media, and we'll see you at the Maryland Theater on the night of April 11th, and then also at the Bridge of Life Center and at the Academy Theater on April 12th and the 13th. Thank you all for coming.